I'm here now. I think I'm here now. Can you hear me? Tia, can you hear me? Oh, wonderful. I did not have a single internet window open except for my YouTube studio, and yet the ad from one of the pages was still running, even though the page I'd closed up the page. So I can tell you I was having problems even before this. Oh, good. Well, I'll pull up now what I was working on. Okay. I hope I didn't lose it because I had this up. Let's see if this is, nope, this is I had this one open too, but this isn't the one I was working on. I may have to start all over. What I've done here is I've taken one of my golden spiral pages. Oh, okay. This page was from, yeah, it was one I had open. But now it's like I don't know. I've tried to remember what page it was. So, what I was planning on doing today is I've taken my spiral templates here and I made a second page, and I've just put all my circles and squares on them. And the other thing I did, now what happened here, um, was I want to work inside a circular design. And so my circles that I pulled out of that particular spiral diagram was not exactly the size of a circle I wanted to use. So what I did is I just copied all the circles and pasted them on this new page. Then what I did was go to, I'm going to copy these. Then I opened up a new file, new from template, so I can get the size I like. Oh, I should have copied the squares at the same time. No, I've only got one circle. I'm going to get them both copied all at once and make sure I've got all of them. have some pages you want to share. You usually create a cheat sheet with those links. Um, I had one of those and I lost it. I tried all day this, or quite a while this morning, and could not find it, my page of links. I don't know what's happened to it or where it got saved. It's probably in a folder somewhere that it accidentally got put in. Um, yeah, I'm going to make sure that I do have one of those. I just started with the Celtic stuff making, well, I've always kind of put them on a sheet, but then not in order and not well labeled. So hopefully this next time that'll work well for me. And I will do that and I will do the rebooting then. Okay, so I'm done with this. I only needed it so I could get a copy of my circles and squares because I want to try and keep everything in the same ratio. So here's my new document. And I'm going to paste the circles and squares on so I have them on here. Are the outlines dark enough that you can see them? Or maybe I ought to, for today, just make a little bigger outline so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. Yeah, yep. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen again. Oh, that's right. You're just seeing me. I think this is why I'm almost really concerned now about next week. It's almost like I do have to go just, every other week, or everything just seems to go crazy. This poor old brain has had too many years of use, maybe. We'll have to see if anybody else shows up. I know we don't. Oh, can it really be 7 o'clock already? Oh, that's right. Well, it's halfway through the class time. Maybe no one else is coming. So it's probably, that's probably a good thing. I'll give you a sneak peek of what I'm doing though, and I'll probably do this again next week. Okay, now I have my circles and my squares again. Oh, I've got them twice now. Thanks for saying that. You're wonderful too for sharing all with the needle tatting. It's not always easy, that's for sure. I'm gonna, I do need to practice this anyway because I had some problems the first time. So we'll see if it goes better this time. What do I want to do? This looks quite thick. It might be too thick, but I'm going to try it. So what I did is took, I'm going to group these together just so they don't. Oh, this one is out of alignment. So I don't think I want them grouped together yet. Oops. Okay, they're separate now. What I want to do is align them because I want to enlarge them and I want all of them to enlarge a little bit, all the same, at the same percentage. So I'm going to go to my align and distribute. And I'm going to select the third one from the left. I don't have them all. Let me try. There I go. I got them all. Align to this vertical, and now down right below that, align to the horizontal. Now I've got to get rid of these squares because it decided to paste right in the middle of them. Now I've got them aligned vertically and horizontally. And I want to take them up to my ruler. I'm going to go under view and zoom and go down to 1 to 1. So it's my 1 inch to 1 inch. Yep, it's going to be my practice time. A practice run. So I want to make this, I want a circle that's like 3.5 inches for my outside boundary. So the one that's closest, I don't want to make them all smaller, so I'm going to make the whole thing bigger. I'm going to hold my control key down while I drag from the corner. And what I'm watching is I'm going to put this on 2 on my ruler and pull one out on 2, 3, 4 to 5.5. So I've got 3.5 inches between my rulers. And I'm going to pull this so that that second one in, this second largest one is right centered between my 2 ruler guides. Now I'm going to hold my control key and my shift key, so I enlarge from the center out until that next in circle hits my, I might have to move this over a little. Now, if I ungroup, notice now my biggest circle is quite large. So I'm going to ungroup because I know that this outside circle I'm not going to want to use on this design because I want my design to only be fit in this circle right here. So I'm also going to now take that one off because that's going to be my outside boundary. Now I've got these circles if I want to size anything inside of here. I'll use those for guides. So so everything I do uses both the rectangle or squares. What I did is pull all the squares out rather than the rectangles. And I am going to take time to pull out rectangles also. So I'm going to put my design on here. I'm going to move those ruler guides that I no longer need, although I'm going to put one right in the center. Now, if you'll look at this circle, it does say I'm not quite, my circle isn't quite 3.5 by 3.5. It's 3.466 and 3.469. So between 6.66 and 6.9. But for tonight, I'm just going to leave it there. What I should have done is check it before I moved everything, but that's close enough. if I change this one now, it won't be in the same proportion as the rest of them. So even if I'm not starting with an exact 3.5, um, I know it's close enough that my overall design doesn't matter if it's in exactly the size, but I do at least know that this outline has stayed in proportion with these others. So I still have a set of circles that are in a golden ratio proportion to each other. So what I'm going to do is put this up off to the side for right now. And I'm thinking that this circle is going to be the one I want to use. It's about a 5/8 inch circle. And I think that would be a nice center for my design. And so I'm going to make it into the Trinity Celtic symbol first. And I am going to center that on, move it down a little and then zoom in on it. Because what I'm going to do is use this circle. I guess I don't need it centered at the moment. I'll need my ruler guide soon, so I'm going to leave it off to the side. So if you remember, no, it won't. It really won't. And as long as all my circles are still in proportion, even though I resized them, they've stayed in proportion to each other because I resized them the same amount at the very same time. Now I haven't done my squares yet, so if I decide I'm going to use a square in here, I have to get those resized so that one of them is the same size as the circle. In order to make the triquetra, that's what it's called, the Trinity symbol. Oh, I've lost that page because I restarted. Let me go and see if I can find it again. Well, if I don't find the same one, because this page I just found today and I didn't. Oh, I know what it was. Let's see. Celtic symbols and their meanings, and let's see if I can find the right site that I were using. I think it was this one. That's one I was using this afternoon. It might not be the same one. No, it's not. I think the other one was not island wide. Well, any one of these will do that has just nice Celtic symbols. Yeah, this one's fine. I think this might be even the one that I was using. Yeah, this one's what I can use. And this is that page. But any of them it's just going to be the reference. So any ones that you use, and we're going to start with this symbol right here. This actually looks like the same symbol I had up before. And I'm going to have it on its own page here so I can move it over. I think I can make it. All right, great. Okay, and that's the symbol we're going to make. And I think when I went to try it, I ended up combining two different methods from two different videos of it. And so I may have a missing link. But this says this is practice. I'll be troubleshooting on the way. I know you start out like this, um, and this is the way. Now you could make it a different way, but this will keep it in the same ratio that I want. So whatever circle you start with, you need to, the other thing I did was duplicate it when I practiced, and I'm going to try just copy and paste. So I'm going to copy it and I'm going to paste it. And now I want it to be, I'm going to move this over a little farther and make this a little smaller. We'll keep looking at it, but I need to get over here to my align. I just want to make sure it's aligned, whoops, at the base. I don't know where it went. Oh, sorry, I forgot to, ah. All right, I want to line them out there. I don't know where they're going when they're aligning. Oh, they're way up here. I don't know why they jumped so far away. But there's another little troubleshooting tip. If you're going to align them and I think what happened is they're somehow connected to something else. And see how they're already grouped. If I had, I think they're grouped to something else on the page, and so it aligned them with these other symbols that I had up on the top. So now I have them aligned. So if I bring down a ruler, you can see they're aligned at the bottom edges. Now what I want to do is decide if this is the size I want it. And I do still have my ruler guides 1:1. So what I'm seeing on the screen should be about what I would see when it's printed. So I think that's a nice shape for one part of this. And I think this is where I need to make sure that I have only two pieces. What I'm going to do, well, to start with, I have just two pieces. I'm going to select them and click on the Shape Builder tool because I only want to keep that center piece. So if I go over the left one, it turns it blue and my see my arrow has a plus sign next to it. So I'm going to hold my shift key down. Now it's pink, and if I click on it, it's going to delete it. So now I'm going over to the other one, hold down my shift key, and it's not until, it's funny, it's, oh, there it goes, it turned pink. So now I have just one single shape to make my trifecta. So that far, I've got things working. Oh, with the shape tool? No, and I saw it on a video. I hadn't thought of it either. And that way you know it's totally symmetrical. And it was on one of them that was, I think they were using Illustrator or something, but they were designing this. I think they also called it the trifecta, the Trinity. It's got more than more than one name, that's for sure. Okay, so now I want to make more of these so I can make the other two. What I have to make sure of is I'm going to copy and paste, line it right up over the top of the other one, And I should probably make sure that they're, I don't want them, oh, I forgot to change the relative to alignment. I should have picked drawing. Or if I had, if things are selected, you can pick selection. And maybe I will just make sure I've got both of them selected. Yeah, I only had one selected. Okay, both of them selected. Now I'll line up their centers. Oh, I still forgot. Now I've got more choices. First selected, last selected. And I'm going to put selection area because I know now that I only have these two selected. So now I'm going to line up their centers vertically and horizontally. Now what I want to do now is turn just the top one. So I'm going to select it twice. And I'm going to use my clicks. 4, 5, 6, let's see, 7. That's straight across. And we do want this top piece to be straight across, but this straight across goes from a left one all the way over to a right one. So what I'm doing is just making this right piece here. So I know it's got to go down a little bit farther. I'm going to do it just one more click. And then I'm going to pull it straight down. I'm holding my whoops, I got to hold it just the one of them. I'm holding my control key and pulling it down. I'm going to pull it down. If you look at the trifecta, if you look at this top one, from the top left side down to the crossover, it looks to me like it's almost 3/4 of the way down, or at least 2/3 of the way down to where it crosses the bottom one. So I am going to pull it down until, or push this one up. I'm moving. I know it's going to have to come out too. I know it comes out above the base level of this one. So I'm going to actually push it up. I'm going to need this one. See if I can move everything over, and I'll move my image over. It can still be on the screen in the middle. We can see this. This left edge of my second one has to touch the edge of the top one on the left side. So oops, I've got them grouped again, or selected at the same time. So I'm going to move that over here. Actually, it's going to be about, I know it has to hit here, about like that. And I can readjust these. I'm quite sure this has to go up higher. But what I'm going to do now is copy that one and paste it. And rather than trying to rotate it, I'm just going to flip it on the vertical axis. Axis. Okay. Now these should be set so that I might have to, I think I need to move them each down one. Do you know, I thought about that this afternoon and then I forgot all about it. I was going to try that, but I ran out of time. The triangle would be the best idea. Thank you. Okay, I want to make a polygon shape, three corners. I've got it already. And let me get it down in place. Have to make it bigger too to fit. Actually, it's not an equilateral triangle, is it? No, it should be. No, my width and height aren't the same. So I need the width of it, the width of the base. Oh, I can't say what the width of that is. I guess I'll just fit it to this one and then pull it out. I know there's a better way to do this, but whoops, I better back out a little. Almost got it big enough, don't I? Should have been pulling it out from the center. You know what I should have done? I should have, whoops, I should have, I got to make sure both of, you know what, I need to move these down one to make them even, then I'll know the exact size. I should have, what I need to make are the golden triangles that match my circles and squares. But I'm just going to double click on, oops. I know I need to move it down one more click and I'll show you why. Can you see how these, this left one and the right one in the middle, the ends of them need to be straighter across. So I know I need to make this down one more click and the right one down one more click. Now you can see at the top they're going to mirror each other, go over the top of each other. The only thing now that this is where I started, oh yeah, bring my triangle back over. You know what I should have done? After I had my circle that I know what size it is, I probably should have um, made the rectangle inside of the circle, made it fit inside the circle, and then it would have been um, what I needed. I can tell in the middle here, and now I can see one of my ones on each side is higher than the other. So I'm going to lower this left one, and I'm not gonna use my um, control key to take it in the 15-degree segments. There is something on my computer where things don't always line up just right, especially when I'm using the snapping tool. on some items. Okay, so I'm going to click on the left one. I want to keep the end of it up here, so I'm going to move my center of rotation there and just pull down. I don't really think I need the triangle anymore. Although maybe I need it. I don't know if this is the right triangle to, but it must be. I don't know what I'm trying to say, do I? So I bet I do to get the vertical little shape. Now it does look to me, I'm going to move this up. See, now it's coming together. I think I'm going to bring out a ruler guide right in the center. Now it still looks like these aren't quite right. And I don't know if one needs to go out or in. Maybe that's it. Maybe this is a little bit big. And then this one needs to go down a little. These all need to go exactly over the top of each other. But now you see what's going to happen. And you can see it here because they're not, the top is lined up good. If I pull this one down, see how those top edges, but I'm going to have duplicate lines here. This is where I ran into trouble. I must have missed a step on how they did this, how they united them together, or if whether they used like path unite or path combine or something else, because we need to not have the duplicate lines. And you can see we've got them on the right side, the left side now, and the top, because all three of them are overlapping. Because now I don't know how to unite them unless if I select them. What I tried was I went path. Well, I clicked object to stroke first to make them all a stroke. Since we're going to work with the path effect. And then I wonder if it's intersection. Select intersection of selected paths. I don't know if it'll take out the middle or the outside. Yep, it took out the outside, so I don't want that one. What I need to do is, well, actually, that's the duplicate, but I need to keep the outside. So let's try. I better select them again. Save it. Yes, I did a save. Oh, you mean save it at this point? Yes, okay. I'm forgetting things that I tend to do without even, oops, I don't know where that came from. Select all three of them. Make a, I make a duplicate. Oops. I've got to make the duplicate first, duplicate, and then or I should have probably just copied and pasted. because that'll put it in a different place, and that's actually what I want. And then I'm going to group those so I can move them all together. And I thought I was going to, but I don't want them to be grouped with that. It's like my hands are moving at a different speed than my brain is working. All right. Now let's try a different effect. I'm going to select them. I haven't used the path effects that much. Create exclusive or selected paths. Those parts that belong to only one path. No. Division. Cut the bottom path into pieces. Fracture, flatten. I don't think I want to do any of those things. Fracture one or more overlapping objects into all possible segments. If I do that, maybe I can remove the center. I'm going to try this. Now it should be fractured. And if I move one, oh, that center part came out. How many extra pieces do I have? All I really need are, whoops, I need to get, maybe I could have just gotten rid of the centerpiece. Because these just have to go together now like this. And I have what I need. So this looks like it did work, but I had to manually pull out the inside pieces. And I'm going to try playing around more with some of the things just to see if there's an easier way than, but that worked, fracturing it. Now I want to get it all lined back up, make sure it's all lined up again. I can't move just little bits at a time, it seems like. Just know I can get things really out of the way. And then just use my, there we go. I am going to get my selection again. And I'm going to kind of keep them all in place, but I'm going to move the vertical one so I know it's right on a vertical center line. And I'm going to pull down a ruler to at the bottom. And it does look like at this point I still have a little bit I still have an extra line. No, I don't. I think I have to line those right up on the center line. That looks like it's correct. Now I'm going to try the unite. Now that I know I don't have any double lines. So let's see, path, union. Oh, I bet I have to select it with my node tool. Why am I not selecting the entire thing? I'm selecting one of them. Now I'm going to try again. Add union. Oh, I saw my all my small boxed outlines go into one, so I may have it now. Now it's united. Now I believe I can use the path tool. So that's what it is. You have to get rid of the extra doubled, the doubled center, and just have your three small pieces that come together. Now I'm going to go to path effects, not. And I hope this is just a refresh my screen type thing. Now, when I selected it with the node tool, I did get the whole thing for sure. Now I'm going to group it. Now I'm going to try the path effect again. Oops. I'm still only getting one. And I don't know why. Every place that these are crossing over, unless they didn't unite correctly. Let me try using grouping them first. Let me try hitting group and just see if that helps. Nope. Well, I'm close to getting this. I don't quite know why it's not working, but it should be working. What do you think, Katia? I know what I'm going to do now because I can use this to show as a sample over here. Now I'll go up and take this one. Oh, I should leave it up there and just make a copy of it. I want to keep my originals up here. I'll just copy and paste it. Now I'm going to ungroup these. Now I bet the best thing that I could do maybe is make a triangle right now. And make all three. I know. Let's try this. Yes, it is really interesting. Is I think what I needed to do, what I can do, is if I'm going to just put the Celtic knot so my triangle just hits the outside edges. That seems like a good idea for this. Or I should make it a thinner line, but I'm not going to take the time right now. Now what I'm going to do is move these with my node tool and holding my control. I thought I was only going to move the one node, but I'm just going to use my side by side, my side ones. I'll line this right up on a ruler guide that I have and move this on the ruler guide that I have. Look, now I have a triangle around it. So now it doesn't look like it's quite, oh, maybe it's because that one might not have looked right because these two aren't quite in the right position. As far as their rotation angle, all sides of all of them are touching. So I know the alignment vertically and horizontally is right. But in order to get them here right over each other, um, we'll see if they, oh, I know what I should, I'll do that. I'm going to move each one of them down one. Nope. Oh, it looks like these side pieces are matching. It's just up here. And maybe that, yeah, there I go. Okay, just by moving that top one, it looks like now they're all exactly overlapping. And I think the triangle does help. Doesn't look like my three are quite horizontal. Let me see if I can pick this one, and this one, so I can rotate it as a whole. Whoops. But I don't want to change the triangle, unless the triangle's not. Let me check a ruler guide. Maybe my triangle's not. It's my triangle. This left side of my triangle isn't quite horizontally straight. It looks like it's this right one, the right one that's not quite. I don't know if it just needs to come down farther. There we go. That, I think, is it right there. And if I'm going to select the, whoops, I don't want the triangle. I get that. I don't like the way the selection tool, I didn't get, Katia, seems to me that when you selected something in Inkscape, you had to select the entire thing. But now all you have to do is cross any of the lines. You don't have the whole thing. As long as you've crossed all the lines of each one, or crossed even one line, they all get selected together. Well, let's try this one now. They're all selected. I'm going to group them So they're one. I'm going to make sure that they are actually, instead of object, I guess these are objects, but I'm just going to make sure that they're all paths too. This is what happened to me before. Yeah, that's what I thought. I liked it the other way too, because I'm always getting things all over my page selected when I only mean to have something. Now, this is really weird. It's almost like one of them's got to fill. And that's what I was having a problem with before. See, if I go to my node tool, there's something in the middle there. I'm going to ungroup everything. There is something in the middle there. Oh, it's these two lines right here. It's it kept some lines in, I think. Yeah, these are still double lines. Oh, there's only it's only the top that's a double line. It looks like it. No, these it's the well, it's still there's some piece missing that but if we've got this and we just and we've got if we have it exact and then select them all and group them, make them one piece, we've got our design. We just have to have them grouped so that they all move together. Whoops, that one didn't group. Select each one of them and do object group. So I have my design. And now if I start making a library of all the simple shapes, like if we go back to here, um, if we start, obviously not the tree picture, but here's another one that's made of, oh, you just have to make four of the, um, I'm going to call it trefoil right now. I keep forgetting which word is which, and put them together. And what is that? The Carolingian cross. So that's actually like a cross, although it's symmetrical. So what they're doing is making three of them. That one's going to have to be rotated. Oh, I'm putting the tips go together. Well, this would make a different design if we make two of them and put them together this way. We actually end up with a circle. Now that's an interesting design. I'm going to do another paste and another copy paste. And I'm going to put these together with the copy both of them, paste both of them, group both of them. Whoops, they didn't group. Turn this whole thing 90 degrees. Okay, and now I've made this one. I think this is where the fun's going to come in. Now, this one, probably somewhere, somebody's made it into a design. I don't know if it's a one that's actually got a name or if it's just a design, but I like this. So this is going to be really fun. If we get a bunch of different base shapes made, I mean, it's been fun just with that one. Um, then this is 3 rays. Oh, now that's got diamond and other shapes in it. But some of them that are more common, here's one with all rings, the 5-fold symbol, which is almost a common, we might have had our rings arranged like this. There's another one, the heart one. Where did that go? The double heart one. Heart shapes are another nice shape. This is a spiral shape. The interesting thing with this is if you work, this is an end. You've got ends in this. The only way it could be continuous is if you were drawing, starting at the end of one, drawing around the inside, doing the insides all around to here, and then around this one on the outside, and then going back to the inside and back around the other side, you'd end up coming back at this point, and it'd be then, it is a continuous line without the fill in it. And then they've just made another, oh, I think that's formed as you shape it. So that's interesting. Um, I'm going to go and pull up a new window so we can look at some of the images. What happened to my symbols? I'm just going to go to images now. Oh, here's Celtic love. This has the trifecta inside of a heart. What I should do is open the image I'm going to open the image itself in a new tab. See, there we've got the first part already made and just put a heart around it. That's the thing. There's so many. If you look at these, there's so many of them that are just combinations of the basic ones. Oh, I don't want that part to be big. Oh, well. Anyway, if you look through them, you're going to see there's a lot of shapes that use the same ones. And what I'm going to do over the week is start finding more basic ones, like making this knot right here. where it's woven back and forth. We played with that a little last week with getting the um, back and forth directions. Oh, there's the tri- triquetra with a circle around it. But then you can get into look at how many different ones they are. They're not all named. There's just lots of different shapes. Notice too that like this one, it's a continuous shape, but instead of a circle, it's like arcs that have the points out and are woven through. So if we get a library of some different ones made, we can do all kinds of designs. There's another tree. That tree doesn't look like continuous line type. So anyway, so I'm going to play around with that. And then next week, I'm thinking about not just talking about Celtic, but by one about one other similar topic. And it's called zoomorphic design. I'm going to put Celtic. Whoops. I'm going to backspace out of this. And it is a almost a continuous line type. Here's a dog right here. Let me see if I can make him a lot bigger. I'm going to open him in a new window too. That's a whole category. And it's, now it looks like the tail isn't a continuous line, but as you go, you can see they've made the symbols and all with one continuous line all the way down, except on the end they left a tail open. And so zoomorphic designs, I can't remember, I think they're all animals. And I think, I think those would be really fun to design also. And that's something that I think I've only seen one before when quite a few years ago, we talked about continuous line design, which this is a continuous line design. And somebody for homework made a very simple outline of a turkey, a rooster, sideways rooster. And I'll have to go back and find that. And so that's another interesting thing that we can do with the Celtic designs. Like here's a snake. You're going to see all kinds of different, some symbols, some not. These are interesting here. So this is a whole new category of design if you like the style. And it's a style that you just don't see in tatting. At least I don't think so. I got to research that. About every time I say that about something, it turns out, oh my gosh, there's lots of tatting designs like that. So anyway, this is where we'll be going. And thanks for staying with me, Katia. It was nice to be doing this with you in the chat too. Let's see. Oh, I didn't lower the right one. I'm sorry. Which one was that? They changed something in the selection. Oh, yeah, we did that. It's a normal thing in the middle is a mirror of the outer, so it can have the look of a knot. Yes, That's a nice one. Look for nice earring. Oh, yes. Earrings out of something. Oh, this design I made would be a nice earring, wouldn't it? I'll have to look and see if there's anything like it. So, so I guess that does it for us tonight. And I've learned some new things and I've still got more to learn. Oh, you're welcome. I'm happy you stayed. I'm glad you wanted to. And others now who come to watch this replay are going to enjoy it too, just from the two of us being here. I'm glad you enjoyed it. So I will see you next week. I'm getting hoarse today. Oh, good thing it's time to be done. So I'll see you next week, Katia. And bye to everybody who's watching it on the replay. I hope you enjoyed it as much as Katia and I did doing it live together. So bye for now.